All right. We are out here to cut a new well today. We have had a bunch of crappy wells for the last 10 days. I haven't been able to film them because they've been such shit. Let's see where our well location is. Now, while they're bringing in both of the trucks, this is going to be our well site here. So just to give you perspective, we've got about 75 feet from the house. I know I haven't been making as much content lately. It's just been kind of hectic. We're down one man, fixing different things here and there. But I'm gonna try to film today. I'm gonna put on a microphone to see if the microphone will actually work, and I can drown out some of the audio that way. You can hear me while I drill. Looks good. Need to get you a bucket of water? Oh, you got one. Okay. Well, hopefully y'all can hear me pretty good. Now the first bit that goes in the ground is the wing bit. The wing bit's sole purpose is basically like a pilot bit. It's only going to cut through the first 18 to 20 foot of dirt. And that gives us basically a large enough pilot hole to keep it straight to where we can then put in that big 8-inch hammer with a 10-inch bit on it. That will go down to the 20-foot mark, and we'll drill that hammer down until we find bedrock. We'll typically drill 10 to 15 foot into bedrock, and then that's when we set our PVC well casing. You have to be very careful because with the amount of air that we're injecting in the ground, we can actually blow pockets of the ground out. So it's not something that you can just force. You have to let the bit slowly chip away at it and blow the chips out of the hole. And then we have to always drag it away. Keep the hole clear to where we can visually see that we have air and our material coming out of the hole. Because you can cut it too fast and plug yourself up. Just like a regular drill bit that you drill into wood, if you drill it down and you don't pull your drill bit out to clean out your cuttings, you can bind up the bit. The same thing can happen here in a larger way. Alright, we've got our first initial 20-foot hole dug. We're going to go ahead and take off the wing bit.
Here comes the big hammer. Yeah, hey. Heavy. Right. Inside of a hammer is just as important as the inside of your car engine. You gotta be clean and oiled. You turn the air on now, you hear the motor ball. RPM. Go ahead and pick up on the rod and we'll reach out and start rotation. Once it gets down about 7 foot, then you start firing. Because the length of the hammer is about 12 feet. Now we got to start digging. More dirt, we got to build our dam up. We're going to basically make the water go, follow that direction over there. Definitely get your exercise in for the day.
All right. Well, this is going to be a really good test to see how good this microphone is for y'all. See if I can drown out the background noise. But I was wearing the chest mount. It's practically right in front of me anyways. Mounted right on the base of the chest mount. So hopefully I can turn down the audio enough to where y'all get a clear enough depiction of my voice throughout the background.
Bedrock. You see, we've got dry dirt, right? There's no moisture in that dirt. Well, when you start getting dirt that looks like clumps that come out in round little balls, that's when you have moisture in the ground. So until you have moisture in the ground, you don't have to turn on the water to help liquefy the dirt into a thinner mud. Once you have moisture, you'll start getting sticky material. All right, 2 pieces of casing. Yeah. And we're going to keep drilling dry until we get a little bit of round clumpiness. They basically come up looking like this. That's just like an example. See how it's like high clay content? That's what when it starts coming out looking like balls, like that, that's when you know you need to put on your water. But that's the only one I found around the rig. I think that came from like 3 foot. Just a example.
So I wanted to tell y'all a little quick story about David. David is from Costa Rica, originally from Costa Rica. And he has, over the last 10 months, found my videos and found them extremely fascinating. I guess he's always found drilling fascinating, but he's never been a driller. Now, it's kind of a cool story. About 7 months ago, he reached out to me and he goes, can I come to Virginia? He was in Colorado at the time. And he wanted to work with me for like 2 months. Now, I didn't really know what to think, but I said no to that. But I did kind of ask Dad, and he was just like, nah. So you don't know the legitimacy of people. But I want to tell you this story because it's absolutely awesome. He has watched all of my well drilling videos dozens of times and taken notes to gain as much information as possible. He went online, found a drilling rig, bought a new drilling rig from China, had it shipped all the way down to Costa Rica, and since he has drilled his very first well, I think it was 460 feet deep with a little track machine and with no experience drilling at all. That is absolutely amazing. If people have the willpower to do something, they're going to do it, and if their mind is set to it, it blew me away. He had sent me a video, a few little clips of when his rig showed up at the port, and his compressors on wheels, and some of his other tooling and equipment. And then about 3 weeks ago, he sent me the video of his very first well he dug. He wanted to see the maximum distance he could drill with the machine. They said something like 500 feet, and he took it to 460. So that's pretty incredible. But I just wanted to share that with you. That was kind of the main topic of today's video, to be so detailed to where if he's watching, he can gain a little bit more insight. With no experience and having nobody with decades of experience on a machine, things like this, they're you learn as you go. So just wanted to share that story with y'all. Thought it was really cool. David, I wish you luck in your drilling business, man. Well, let's get back to the video. Okay, as you can see, we now have moisture. See all that? So the majority of the mud and the water that's coming out right now is from our water truck over there. We're using that as a way to help keep the borehole clean and open. And it's a lot less digging for me and Mike to have to do. But I guess we're down around 60, well, we're probably at like 57 foot at this point. But I think about 5 foot ago, we turned the water on, and it's cutting really fast. You never want to advance your drill stem faster than the hole can clean itself. So sometimes slow and steady wins the race. I got it really hard there for a quick second. Maybe getting closer to bedrock. The chain is still advancing pretty fast on the backside of the drill rod. But if you notice, we don't have much coming up, so it's building up down there. And it's all going to come out all in one fell swoop. He wants me to go get his phone running. So I'm coming around here to make sure the foam injection's running. Typically it takes about 60 seconds for the foam to go down, do its thing, and then come back to the surface. As soon as it comes, you'll hear the hammer stop firing, and the hole will basically cough and clean itself. Okay, he wants me to get a sample of the rock media to see if we have any bedrock. This is the material we're drilling through right now. It's pretty much just sedimentary rock. Here comes all that foam. You can tell. It cleans the borehole really, really well. Because like the sandier material that we drill through, you gotta watch it depending on how firm the hole is and the rock is down there. Sometimes that stuff can collapse in on you and trap you. You always want to keep your hole nice and clean. Always be aware of your air pressure. Always be aware that you have flow coming out of the ground. When you see like your flow stop coming out of the ground, stop advancing. Don't drill any deeper. Just sit there and let it flow. Look at all that foam. Probably a little too much. I currently have 80 foot of casing laying out, and we are about 91 feet right now. We still have not hit solid granite bedrock yet. We're going to keep advancing until we find bedrock. Once we do, then we'll set casing. If you notice, we have a metal piece right here. The first piece we're putting in, 7-foot piece of metal, and it's attached to PVC. What this helps us do when we go to first initially fire the hammer up, we don't have to worry about the plastic casing breaking so deep down in the ground. I like to rotate my casing counterclockwise 2 turns. That way when we glue it and prime it, all I gotta do is let go. And it rotates in the other direction all the time.
repeat that process 3 more times.
In total, we will be installing 107 foot of casing. That's 100 foot of PVC casing and 7 foot of metal galvanized casing at the bottom.
You have to change the bit out there. You're right. Not really that bad. Let me take the halves out. Scratch that. Not put Can we raise it? Yeah, we want to turn that off. Yeah, so we could turn it off. Possibly. I agree. I hooked that up. Now we look for water. Started the actual drilling process yet. Once we get to the bottom of this rod, we'll be at 105 feet in the ground. We have 107 feet of the PVC casing in the ground, so we will actually have to hook up another rod and go about 2.5 foot before we will start firing. Now, notice the amount of water coming off the skirt and circulating. That's not like aquifer water. What that is, water we put in there, it's going down and around the casing. It's circulating right now. So the casing itself is not sitting on the bottom sealed yet. So let's just say, hypothetically, we have 30 gallons of water. It's circulating the 30 gallons of water down and around, down and around, down and around. Once we start the drilling process and get some chips and some material around it, it will seal itself off. So with the connection of this rod here, once he fires it up, we'll probably get a burst of water to come out. Theoretically, we should only have about 9 gallons of water in the hole, but we get a lot more than that because it's circulating around the base of the casing. As soon as he starts to drill, you'll hear the percussion of the hammer start to fire. And then probably within about 60 seconds to 2 minutes, the casing from all of the cuttings and the chips, it will seal itself off and you'll stop seeing that water circulate.
lower the rig a little bit. We're going to start going down. We'll start firing here at about 1 foot. Kind of tell, see if the casing rotates a little bit at all. Typically, if the casing spins a little, that means there was a little bit of trash, a little bit of rock inside of it. This borehole was actually very clean. We didn't really have any troubles. The casing went down smooth as butter. All right, got the first little fire. Here it's about to start firing now. See how the water quit? There's not as much circulation. Oh, here it comes again. So now you see a little bit of discolored water. It's still circulating. It'll take a little while, but all of that material right there is actually going to go down and around the base of the casing, and it's going to seal it off. Then the only water that you'll get out of it is from the drilling process itself. See, Mike's over there. He knows to put some material down in the hole. That's what's going to prevent the stuff from circulating. Once we drill about 15 foot, yeah, look at it all. Once we drill about 15 foot, we're actually going to go up there and we're going to push on the casing and push it down. Because if it's sitting up even an inch, that inch is going to make it circulate. So sometimes we just have to push on the casing a little bit, and that will get it sealed. Now, if we sit here and we take a look at the color of the rock, we did set in granite. We noticed on our last little inspection of the rock that we had some gray show up in it. So we did set in granite, just based off the gray color. Now you notice that we don't have such a large volume of water circulating anymore. We only do it about 10 foot, and the casing will seal itself right off. Down none because it's already sealed. It's already on the bottom. The pipe center of the Now we start looking for water. Just hit it. I turned the camera on as soon as I heard me going through a vein. That's excellent. I'm going to cut one more and we'll finish it at 345. That's a beautiful sight.
right there. Next rod. Look at it all. It's about to wash out my damn. That is a boatload of water. Probably 30 or 40 gallons per minute. Yeah. Dad gave me the, oh God, man. I was having a hard time drilling through it there for a second. Great. It went from a 10 gallon a minute well to a 30 gallon a minute well. In about, I don't know, 5 foot. Well, we finished the well at 3:45, went ahead and tripped out, got the well over-reamed. I'm just finishing up the grout now. We already called the house builder and told him what kind of water we got, so he's all kind of excited about that. All he really needs now is once he gets water hooked up, then he can go ahead and put the spec house on the market. Well, we have made it back to our shop. We are all loaded up and ready for round 2 on Monday. That was a really good well. Hopefully all the clips and the audio and everything turned out to be all right for me filming with the microphone, which I'm not filming with that right now. Kind of stressing and got allergies pretty bad. But just want to thank y'all for tuning in to the H2O Mechanic YouTube channel. And I actually need to start saying that more frequently. And the reason why is somebody turned me on to this page on TikTok who's been robbing my videos and breaking them into like 8-minute segments and posting them on TikTok. Now I do have a TikTok channel. I don't really put much stuff on there. You know, when you own a business, you can treat social media like a business, but you can't run 2 things. You know, I make these videos, I run my online business, and then I gotta be here and present, and social media cleanup is a big deal, you know. Kind of a pain in the ass to sit there every time I see somebody, you know, post something of mine on a different account and they get X number of views, and it's just like what the hell, you know. And then you could sit there and you know, issue a claim and all that crap. And I did. I've done it twice, and I don't even know if they've shut that channel down, because all they have done is either rob my videos or rob another driller's videos. It's just weird. So got to start saying H2O Mechanic YouTube channel, since it's getting put on somebody else's channel. Who knows? But I've got hats for sale. I finally got a bunch of these in stock. So there's only one. They're white in the back with a snapback to where they're adjustable, but the same logo, and they come with YouTube on the side. So those are available. And if you're not subscribed, so my goal was to reach 100K by the end of June. If you're watching this, it's the 1st of June. My initial goal 8 months ago was reach it by my birthday, which is, if you're watching this, it's probably my birthday. So I'm not gonna make that. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and try to help me hit my goal of reaching 100K by the end of the month, because that would be really cool. I think about 65% of y'all aren't subscribed, so that's something that you could do for me. As a happy birthday, you just press that button. Just press that button. But make sure you give the video a thumbs up too. That always helps. And any comments? Comments, I think, are more inclined to push a video out than anything. So anything you have got to say, comments, questions, concerns, drop them in the comment section. And if it's not an entire 5 paragraphs, I'll probably respond. But for that, I am absolutely exhausted. I'm beat. It's been a long day, and I'm about ready to go home. So I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.